So this guy right here in this nice tuxedo is P. Diddy. He seems like a nice guy, right? But there is this darkness within him you can't see in the first glimpse, which is my job to explain, including why you should not go to one of his parties if he invites you to come, promising a great experience. Join me today to explore one of the darkest figures in the music industry. Puff Daddy, also known as Diddy, is an American rapper, producer, and entrepreneur. Born Sean John Combs on November 4, 1969, in Harlem, New York, he rose to fame in the 1990s as a producer and the founder of Bad Boy Records. In 1993, P. Diddy then Puff Daddy faced a sexual harassment lawsuit filed by Kimberly Jones, a former employee at Bad Boy Records. She accused him of making inappropriate advances and creating a hostile work environment. The case was settled out of court with no admission of guilt from Diddy, and the settlement details remained confidential. While the controversy did not result in legal penalties, it attracted negative attention early in Diddy's career. Despite this, he continued to rise as a major figure in hip-hop, and the incident set a precedent for future controversies. In 1999, P. Diddy was involved in a shooting incident at Club New York in Manhattan, where a dispute with his entourage led to 3 people being injured. Diddy was with his girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Shine at the time. Diddy was charged with criminal possession of a weapon and reckless endangerment, though he did not fire the shots. Shine, his protégé, was convicted of assault and attempted murder for his role in the shooting. Diddy was acquitted of all charges in 2001, but the incident damaged his public image due to the involvement of his crew and the violence. Despite the controversy, Diddy recovered and continued to succeed in the music and fashion industries. This event marked a significant early controversy in his career. 1. Ciroc Vodka Partnership Oct. 24, 2007 Diddy became a marketing ambassador and stakeholder for Ciroc Vodka, owned by Diageo. His involvement led to a significant increase in sales, and he became closely associated with the brand. Lawsuit March 6, 2007 A lawsuit was filed by Gerard Recknitzer, who alleged that Diddy punched him, pushed his girlfriend, and tried to spit on another woman outside Teddy's nightclub. Diddy's attorney dismissed the claims as false, and the case was settled out of court in March 2008 with undisclosed terms. 3 Incident with Laurieann Gibson May 11, 2007 Diddy faced allegations from Laurieann Gibson, his co-star from Making the Band, who claimed that he threatened her with a chair while Michael Bivins held her in place. Diddy's attorney argued that Gibson overreacted to staged theatrics for the cameras, labeling the accusation as another attempt to exploit Diddy's celebrity. Cassandra Ventura, a singer and model known as Cassie, was signed to Mr. Combs' record label and dated him for more than a decade, but in a civil lawsuit, she said that Diddy had used his position of power to set the groundwork for a manipulative and coercive romantic and sexual relationship. Her lawsuit included graphic descriptions of violent abuse, alleging that Mr. Combs regularly beat and kicked Ms. Ventura, leaving black eyes, bruises and blood. She described parties known as freak-offs, drug-fueled, days-long sexual performances which Mr. Combs allegedly coerced women into and filmed for his own pleasure. Ms. Ventura also accused the musician of sexual abuse and rape, and claimed that many of these incidents were witnessed by his tremendously loyal network, who were not willing to do anything meaningful to stop the violence. The lawsuit also alleged that Mr. Combs destroyed a car belonging to us rapper Kid Cudi to dissuade him from dating her, Mr. Combs strenuously denied the allegations and accused Ms. Ventura of extortion. The Adult Survivors Act (ASA) is New York state legislation enacted in May 2020 which amended state law to allow alleged victims of sexual offenses for which the statute of limitations had lapsed to file civil suits for a one-year period, from November 24, 2022 to November 22 to November 24, 2023. The Act thus expanded the ability of plaintiffs to sue for sexual assault and unwanted sexual contact in the workplace. Joy Dickerson Neal accused the star of drugging and sexually assaulting her when she was a college student in 1991. She also claimed he filmed the attack and showed it to other people without her consent. A third woman, Liza Gardner, filed court papers accusing Mr. Combs and another man of raping her and her friend more than 30 years ago when she was 16. Ms. Gardner also alleged that Mr. Combs had turned violent days after the attack, choking her so hard that she passed out. In the lawsuit, she said Mr. Combs had become irate while trying to track down her friend because he was worried she would inform the girl he was with at the time.
In a February 2024 lawsuit, producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a former producer of Combs who worked with him on his latest release, the Love album, Off the Grid, alleges that the music mogul groped him repeatedly and during the duration of making the album, Combs forced Jones to solicit sex workers, take illegal drugs and more. The suit names others close to Combs, including Combs' son, Justin Dior Combs, and high-ranking members of Motown Records and Universal Music Group. September 16, 2024, Sean Combs is arrested by federal agents outside a New York City hotel. His lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, denies the charges, calling the prosecution unjust and stating that Combs is cooperative. Combs is indicted on charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and interstate transportation for prostitution. He pleads not guilty and is denied bail, ordered to await trial in detention. Prosecutors argue he is a flight risk and a danger to witnesses. September 20, 2024, a $100 million default judgment against Combs is set aside due to improper service of the lawsuit. September 24 to 27, 2024, multiple assault lawsuits are filed against Combs, including one under the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act ***, and others seeking punitive damages for alleged sexual misconduct. October 14 to 20, 2024, a series of new sexual assault lawsuits are filed, with plaintiffs accusing Combs of violent sexual misconduct spanning from 1995 to 2022. Some victims claim they were minors, with one as young as 13 years old. October 28, 2024, two additional sexual assault lawsuits are filed, alleging grooming and threats against victims as young as 10 and 17 years old. November 27, 2024, Combs' third bail request is denied. Prosecutors argue his release poses a threat to witnesses, despite a $50 million bail offer with conditions for surveillance and restrictions. So I covered only a few important cases regarding the music mogul. Still many allegations are coming in dozens, and still we can't see any clear conclusion to this story. However, Sean Combs is behind bars currently. Diddy Combs' trial for sex trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy charges has been set for May 2025. On December 9, Jay-Z was accused in a lawsuit Sunday of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 allegedly along with Sean Diddy Combs. So as I told, There is no end to this story yet.